trash because you got a Hall of Fame quarterback. That's all. You always in the game because you got Aaron Rodgers. You can crap on everybody else because you got a Hall of Fame quarterback. That is true. All right?
Listen, I don't care if you beat Ohio State, Michigan State, or Notre Dame by 1 point.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes,
I care about winning.
I did argue 5 years ago that he was the greatest of all time.
Well, that wasn't a good argument 5 years ago.
Because some people just got vicious. I don't want it.
The most insecure player of all time is Kevin Durant.
HBO Insecure should be about Kevin Durant.
Really?
Oh, Kevin. Kevin, you make us eat our words, Kevin.
Oh, gosh. I forgot that was even
You make us eat our words, Kevin.
Ugh.
Or did you?
Never eat my words.
Never. This is the Academy Sports Show right here on AudioWaveNetwork.com. Appreciate you guys listening. As always, if you are listening via podcast land, you're either on the Apple podcast app, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Go ahead, rate us, add some stars, put a comment down, let us know how you feel. Or you're using SoundCloud, do the same thing. Subscribe, add some stars, put a comment on it, let us know how we're doing. So that way we keep in touch with you. You know when we upload, and it's all gravy from there. Or you're with us live right now on this Thursday at 7:30 on YouTube. If you're listening right now, check out our YouTube page. Go to your own YouTube, type in Academy Sports Show. You'll see our faces and click the subscribe button from there. Hit that notification button, and you'll trigger those bells of every time we go live, and you can join the conversation in the chat. Today is definitely going to be chat worthy. So if you're not in today, try to get in next Thursday. We're going to do some giveaways, so all our YouTube subscribers enter in that automatically. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you trigger those bells, and let us know what you're thinking. I'm your host, Andre Douglas, and next to me is your host, Joel Williams.
Man, what a night. What's up, everybody? It's the Academy Sports Podcast live.
Oh, God, the energy.
My energy is just I'm perplexed tonight, people. I don't know where to go.
The energy.
I don't know what to say, but something has to be said. So tonight we discuss the finals, where we have the Golden State Warriors versus themselves.
Oof.
We will discuss tonight. Currently 3-0.
Oof.
LeBron and the Cavs are down. One more game tomorrow night, game 4. Tonight we'll discuss, hey, I'm from Believe Land.
Yeah, yep.
Is anybody out in Believe Land still believing? Oof. If you are, tell us.
Oof.
If you are, text me. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, somewhere. Help me believe.
I was going to say, does that include yourself and anybody that still believes?
I just want to know. I'll let you know if I still believe, but I just want to know if anybody out there still believes. Also, we talk about tonight, is this LeBron's last night in the Cavs uniform?
Man, you put it all out there today.
And last but not least, are the Warriors a dynasty? If the Warriors win this championship, this would be their third championship of this decade.
Yeah.
Do you consider them a dynasty? We have qualified dynasties in the past. Once you get to number 3, things start to go down dynasty path. So we'll discuss that and much, much more tonight on the Academy Sports.
And has Kevin Durant ascended?
No.
To the number 1 spot. He's coming for that number 1 spot.
Put the bell right. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't get to see this a lot, but that is a troll move. We don't get to talk. He doesn't troll a lot. I do. But that right there was a
that is a
we'll discuss
question.
That. Yeah, it's a question that's being proposed to many, but ladies and gentlemen, that's a troll move. Anyway, along with that and much more tonight on the Academy Sports Podcast. Also, the half and half. Every week I do this, and I don't even know if he appreciates this or not, because I always go like half of the conglomerate, and he's his own man. Like this man got a wife and kids, so like he is his own guy. So maybe I should stop doing the half and half thing. But you are co-owner, you are the man. Sits in with us every week. Mr. Terrific is in the building. What's up, brother?
What's happening, man? I definitely do appreciate the intro that you gave me every week. It makes me feel special, man.
Okay. It's a conglomerate. It's the man. Man. All right, I'm sorry. I'll make sure I bring it back.
Yeah. So y'all giving up on the Cavs so soon?
Already? What's happening right now? Already? They still got a chance.
Still got a chance.
And for the next 4 games, average 85, 10, and 10.
Oh,
they got a shot.
85. 85.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
If LeBron put up 80 points in the next game and they still lost, I mean,
that goes to show you how much hope is really out there. You just floated out this.
You just floated out 80 points and they still lose.
And they still lose, though, is what you add to that.
Oh my God.
If he scores 80 points, they shouldn't lose. But we're gonna talk about what if they scored 80 and they still lost. Like, what if he scored?
That lets you know the task that's in front of this man. Whoo! What if he scored 80 and we still lose? Dang!
Everybody hear that? That is the weight of the Golden State Warriors on all of us.
That was the cue with 30 seconds left. And bang! Time to go home.
Unfortunately, that's where we are.
That's where we are. That and more as we continue. But we love to pay our bills here, sir.
Yes, we do.
We love to pay our bills.
And we're thankful for the people that pay them for us.
Hey, we love our sponsors. Hey, if you want to be a sponsor of Academy Sports Show or Audio Wave as a whole, hit us up on our Gmail, academysportshow@gmail.com. Or you can DM myself or Joel if you know us personally. Let us know your idea, your pitch, and how you want to be presented, and we'll get back to you. But our sponsor today and every day is Von's Plumbing. Von's Plumbing, both licensed and insured, provides top quality service at great prices. Make sure you check out Von's Plumbing, both licensed and insured. They do great work, people, from here to there, from Detroit to as far as you can think. Make sure you check them out. The number is
313-304-7786.
You check them out. Get that quote on vonsplumbing.com. Or you want to talk to your man himself, call him up.
313-304-7786.
Yep, that man is the real MVP. Whew.
It feels like a heavy subject, doesn't it?
As we dive into this let's roll it back. Let's roll it back.
Roll it back.
Our predictions. Back to last episode.
Yes.
Cleveland in 5.
Cleveland.
I don't know. Golden State in 5. I'm sorry, was mine.
Golden State in 5.
Golden State in 5.
The respect of LeBron.
We gave LeBron his respect game.
One game.
We both thought it was probably going to be game 3.
3 game.
As we sit here today, it is 0-3 or 3-0 right. If you're a Golden State fan. And some things have happened. Some magnificent things have happened. Some bonehead things have happened. I don't even know where to unpack this. Game 1.
Oh my goodness.
Game one. Game 1. Yep. We were texting. And
no, we were together. Weren't we?
We were texting. We were texting game 1.
Yeah.
Because we had the show.
We had the show.
We had the show, and then we were texting game 1.
Right.
And they were right for the pick. Speaking of Golden State. Came out of 7-game series. Have to adjust to the LeBron-ness. LeBron puts down 51.
Yep.
Like you witnessed it. Like it's witnessed. You witnessed it that day. 51. But it still came down to late game stuff. The referees in that game were atrocious. They have been atrocious.
They've been atrocious every game.
And I think the Ty Turner was not just the George Hill strip that was called a foul that really wasn't a foul.
Right.
I believe it was the charge, no charge.
Correct.
It was called a charge.
It was called a
LeBron
charge.
stepped up 2 feet outside the restricted area.
Yes.
Took the charge.
Yes.
Called a charge.
Yes.
Durant goes like this.
Yes.
The replay finger, and they review it. The guy, the expert, comes at. I think this should stand.
It should stand.
He's out the restricted area.
That was clear. But the referees say that they were not sure about that. The transcript on the discussion in the room afterwards during review is that the referees, because of the falling bodies and when Jeff Green entered the process and things of that nature, were not sure if everybody was out of the circle. Because if LeBron's out of the circle, that's fine. But if Jeff Green is in the circle and he's making contact, it's still a block. I'm just wanted to add that piece. So they went to
everybody was out of the circle.
They went to review the circle, not the charge.
But I guess it came back as LeBron didn't have position.
Legal guarding position. He was still sliding. His shoulders were still moving as Durant gathered.
They reversed the call, called a block.
2 shots.
2 shots Durant.
Yes. Changes the momentum of the
Changes the momentum of the game.
If that foul doesn't get called,
it's over.
LeBron is going to the free throw line. And it's probably over.
No, he don't go to free throw line. They get possession.
I think they were under. I think they were.
You don't get free throws for a charge.
I think they were in the penalty.
I don't think you get free throws for a charge. Okay. I think you just get possession.
So they would have had the ball.
They would have had the ball
and would have gotten fouled because you would, if you're Golden State, you'd have to foul in that moment
in that situation.
And now you're going to be at the line.
So all that works itself out. Yes. To George Hill gets 2 free throws. The 2 free throws you practice in the driveway, no time on the clock, 2 free throws, 1 to tie, 1 to win. You do this every time you're outside. First one, swish. I knew he was going to miss the second one, bro.
I had a bad feeling too.
I knew he was going to miss the second one. And his follow-through was so short. He felt it. Like, he tried to say straight face. He tried this, like, I'm a professional. I'm going to be a professional in this moment. I'm going to be straight face. I'm not going to show anything. But inside, he couldn't contain it.
He knew to arm it.
He short-armed it. But it's okay, because J.R. Smith.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh,
it's okay because J.R. Smith got that rebound.
Oh, God.
He beat KD for a board.
We're ripping the scab off.
And all he had to do was go up, get fouled.
That's all he had to do was go up.
Even if you got blocked, it was effort.
Just going to grab the bottle now. This is what we've been relished to.
JR dribbles the ball.
Meme, by the way, was when he was going to the liquor store. That was the best meme.
JR dribbles the ball out to damn near half court to LeBron. LeBron is looking at him like, what are you doing? Time expires. And you get the great LeBron 2 hands out. Why meme?
Oh, God.
And then the broadcasters break it down. You see JR said, I thought we were up. I thought we were up. In that moment, before we go any further, Cavs fan, in that moment, you're going to overtime. Like,
I was so frustrated. I yelled at the listen, I had a feeling he was going to miss the second free throw too. So I'm thinking like, this is probably going to overtime. When the ball leaves his hand, you know that's not going in.
Yeah.
When JR gets that rebound, I go, like, you go, like, immediately put back, let's go. And then he starts dribbling away. And I just yelled, what are you doing? Like, that's literally what I did, bro. I just started yelling.
I wish we was together.
I said, it's over. It's over. This is going to be the reason. Because there's no way you let a team like that escape. You can't do that.
You had them.
You cannot let that team escape. That's what we did. And LeBron gave 51, a poke in the eye, and other people performed. Like, they had the perfect scenario. This was it. This was exactly how you scripted it. Keep them under 100.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it to where it's a LeBron game. Y'all gonna steal
switches.
One.
No Iguodala. It was coming off a 7-game series.
It happened.
It was a perfect storm.
You could probably think that if they win that game, they might be up 2-1 right now. Because you're playing under a different pressure last night. It's a different. It's not a win, a must win. You're 1-1 coming home. You're not supposed to lose, but you against this team, you can afford to split now because you know you can win on the road. That's what it's all about. Proving I can win in your building. Now it's no more. It's guaranteed. I done proven I can win here. I was so frustrated.
Yes, I mean,
upset.
I think I texted in all caps. What is he doing?
I didn't know what to do.
What is he doing? What was he doing?
Nobody knows what he was. No, here's what he was doing. He thought they were up.
He thought they were up.
He was dribbling the clock out. That's what he was doing.
Why nobody was following him. Nobody's following me. We won, LeBron. Well, LeBron's like, hey, what are you doing? So overtime happens. They let it
goes on a 10-0 run, and it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Now, JR got a lot of flack.
Absolutely.
Right? JR got a lot of flack. George Hill, not so much, but he deserves flack.
He deserves
for
flack.
Missing that free throw.
You missed a free throw. Absolutely. If you make that free throw, we're not having this conversation.
Well,
I don't know if we're having a conversation, honestly, because now you have a 1-point lead, 4.7, Golden State probably calls timeout, and you have all the greatest shooters in the world
never know
that you lose by 2 because they hit a game winner.
Never know.
I feel like I would have rather lost.
You would have liked, than
not on JR just dribbling off to Pakistan.
He's watching it right now again, just to relive the moment.
Why?
Why?
Why are you doing that?
So
I'm looking at Steve Kerr on the sideline, throw his hands up like, what is he doing?
We won. We did
it. I feel myself going left.
So
you better.
And Tyronn Lue gets a little bit for not calling the timeout in that situation.
No, because I don't agree with. I'm gonna tell you why. You expect your players.
JR has the ball.
I don't.
JR. Timeout.
That's not a timeout. That is JR. Go back up. Like, you expect your players to know what the scenario is. It's a tie game, bro. You got the rebound at the rim.
But as he's dribbling to the 3-point line and to half court, timeout.
But everybody was in shock. Like, there's a human moment there where nobody knew. Like, him dribbling to half court actually made me question it for a brief moment. Like, what are you doing? Like, I bet, like, even LeBron is like kind of ready to receive a pass.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, wait, no. Like, I think he did it so demonstratively that it made you feel like
he's stupid to everybody else.
Like,
he made everybody else as dumb as he was in that moment.
Straight Mandela effect. It's like the
trail of dumb
remember
behavior. I actually did the same thing. I'm like, I thought they were tied. They must be up.
Like, you had to question yourself. You're like, wait, they were tied. Oh no, wait, maybe they got one.
He made everybody as stupid as him in that moment.
It's like, no, yes, yeah, actually, bro. So I don't fault him because, and I know the timeout video came out.
And that was my next question.
I got
LeBron's demeanor on the bench
I'm about to rant.
Can't give him a pass on that.
No, listen, bro.
You can't give him a pass on that.
This is my knock on LeBron, and you've never heard me say this. It's very rare. I don't even know if I'm recorded of ever saying my knock on LeBron.
Can you turn his microphone up?
But no, don't. But I'm about to say it right now.
Mark the time, 20 minutes.
My
and 40 seconds.
Knock on LeBron is straight up.
Use this for the next intro.
This brother sometimes that's gonna make me not say it because all of a sudden just cut and now it's there are moments when he is not the best leader to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw a moment where Tristan broke down in defense. LeBron's on his back, like he's very demonstrative on the court when other people make mistakes. But when he doesn't defend, when he doesn't rotate,
mm-hmm.
when he doesn't go up and grab a rebound, then somebody looks at him,
it's chill.
He gives him a hand, like, no, come on, bro. Like, and that gets on my nerves. And to see that video where you went pouty mode for the whole timeout, and your players are trying to get you back into it.
Yeah.
Because like you should be the main guy over there, like, hey, let's go. All right, JR. Like the first person that should be right there with JR for making that mistake is you.
Yep.
You're the leader.
Hey, JR, ain't it a blessing? Made it out of regulation after all that happened. Remember the free throw? Why ain't nobody do that yet?
That's like this silly mode. This silly mode took me totally out of it.
I'm just trying, because you in the place right now, man. It was game one. We got 2 more to get to.
Well, you brought it back up.
Yeah, come on, man. But yeah, his demeanor, bro.
I don't like his demeanor.
Yeah,
I feel like the leader's got to go to the guy and pick him. You got to be the first guy picking him up because there's nothing we can do about it now.
Yeah.
So go to him and be like, hey, it is what it is. We need you. Stay in it. Hey, y'all, let's go. We're going to win this game and get all your players back up. You know everybody in that huddle thinking like, what the heck just happened?
LeBron prayers. We're not going to talk to him.
Like, bro, you mad, bro. Like, that got on my nerves when I seen that video. But I don't blame Tyronn Lue for not calling timeout because in that moment, literally, like, the Warriors didn't even know what to do. Like, everybody kind of froze for a second except for Kevin Durant because you're in the play.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, JR, I expect you to know what's going on, bro. I know
George
Hill didn't make the free throw, but your pump fake, Kevin Durant flies by, throw it up, you get fouled, you make the bucket and get fouled. You got to get a shot up in that moment.
It wasn't in the game. If you go back and look at it, he didn't even look up at the score.
He never looked.
And see what time,
Nope.
what the score was.
What the situation is.
I don't know if he just got lost in the moment or what. You would think he would be past that, being a however many year vet. I don't know.
Yeah, JR things.
He does. And we got to witness them all on social media this week because of all of his memes. There's a whole YouTube video breaking down his JR things.
Yeah.
But then game 2 happened.
And yeah. So yeah, I wanted to get to that, the time out thing and his actions, and that probably really helped them losing in overtime.
Oh,
because everybody was not in the
Nobody
game.
It deflated everything.
Nobody, like, I wonder like could you imagine how that locker room is? Like how it is, like I think these are the things that Kyrie was talking about in his interview. Like just the structure and the way things are ran, things aren't supposed to go like this. Like that's how I'm feeling. Like I feel like if I go to another franchise, it doesn't happen like this. Like, can you imagine how that locker room was? Or I get upset and I don't want nobody talking to me. But at the same time, like he's LeBron, like, and you disappointed him. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, what is the repercussions for disappointing LeBron? How do you get past that? I'm doing this for LeBron, not the team. I'm winning this for LeBron. I'm doing this for LeBron. I'm playing this game for LeBron. I'm trying to help LeBron build his legacy.
Yep.
And like you personally, J.R. Smith hindered LeBron from winning game one.
Yep. It's hard. I mean, I think it's the weight of playing with a once in a generation player.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that they went through this with Jordan. I'm sure, but at the same time, social media gives us a different perspective.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, people say that Jordan was an a-hole.
Man, if Jordan was in this era, he would be dragged so hard.
Oh, God.
Women, gambling,
Yeah.
drinking, competitiveness.
It'd be over.
He'll be dragged so hard in this era.
It'd be over. But I can't imagine the weight of that pressure, because it's like, if you do great, you help LeBron win. If you do bad, you help, like, you're the cause of losing.
Right.
It's never LeBron's fault. It's always the other people on the team that either make or break LeBron and not the Cavs. So living under that weight, living under that pressure, and after seeing kind of that interaction on the bench, it is probably an environment where you probably amazed every day. You have to be. The guy's again, he is the greatest player of this generation. So you have to be amazed. You have an opportunity to play with him, and being able to play with greatness and being able to experience high levels of performance because you're playing with greatness and going far. Some of these guys would never be in this position if they never played with LeBron.
Right.
So there's a level of appreciation. There's a level of appreciation there. However, a guy like Kyrie, where your drive to be the greatest, I can imagine you want to leave. I really don't think that it was bad to where relationships were strained. I just think it was not a situation that Kyrie wanted to be a part of from a standpoint of him reaching the goals that he wants to reach. No one will ever be greater than LeBron in that locker room. And then if LeBron leaves, you're still going to be in his shadow for a few years. It'll be the first year without LeBron.
Right.
And then every time you lose, it'll be when they had LeBron, it was
matchup with LeBron.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I can imagine that caused that to happen. I don't think it was a strain. I really think LeBron knows he needed Kyrie. I don't know that he did the best job in making Kyrie feel like he needed him, though. And maybe the locker room just didn't allow that. Maybe the greatness of LeBron just overtook that. But I'm starting to feel like for all of his humility on the basketball court and in interviews, because he says the right things, there's probably an undertone that is not the most comfortable undertone in that locker room. And you can see it in moments where, like, I remember it was 2 years ago where they had a moment where the team got together and said, hey, bro, stop doing that to us on the court. Like, stop being so demonstrative and embarrassing me when I make a mistake. Like, you're perfect. So he had to kind of tone that down. It's kind of revved itself back up. It's not as bad as it used to be, but I could just imagine that's the one piece of his leadership that is a detractor for me. I don't see him pick his guys up. But when you have these moments, then everybody's chest to chest, Bron. They love you, but where is your love for them? Where is you jumping up off the bench when they do something great? Where is that supportiveness? I don't even know if that's a word, but where is that support level of energy that's there when they do stuff, when they go nuts? That to me is when you know your leader got your back, is when I'm supporting you through my greatness.
Right.
So I can understand why Kyrie left. I don't think it was personal. I think it was just Kyrie had goals. And it was early. It hurts as a fan.
If LeBron would have stroked his ego a little more, he probably wouldn't have left.
Yeah, I think he stays. Because if you give Kyrie's ego room in the room, if there's enough in this room space for both of us, we'll survive. I think it's really like Jordan and Scottie.
Yeah, because you need that 41.
You need exactly.
you need that 41 right now because ain't nobody else.
Because ain't nobody else can do it.
Can do that.
Rodney Hood tried last night,
and when we get to Game 3, that's my most glaring thing. Like, because I said it in the beginning, like Rodney, you got to play him. Like he's like a 6'5" guard that can play defense and create his own shot.
Exactly.
You can't leave that on the bench.
So,
but I did.
Kudos to Tyronn Lue.
I do agree with him using him in Game 3. If any game, use him in Game 3. Back at home, crowds behind him. He's comfortable. Yeah, don't. unleash that in game 2. Yeah, game 3, that's good. You know,
Absolutely.
somebody that can switch on Steph did a good job. But the great contrast from last year when you had Kyrie to this year, we need Rodney Hood to give us good minutes. That lets you know the team that he has right now.
Absolutely. Where
you need Rodney Hood to give you good minutes. A guy that has like 18 straight DMPs.
Right.
That's the team that he has right now. You need Rodney Hood
Just gonna keep saying it.
to give you good minutes, to play good defense, to create his own shot, to give you 10 to 15 points so you can keep somewhat of a rotation. You need Rodney Hood. That's the team that he has right now. And every time he got the ball, it was like, yeah, great minute time, Rodney Hood. I'm like, dog, can you fathom this? Like, look what you're saying outwardly. Like, you need Rodney Hood.
That could have been the title of tonight's show, too. You need Rodney Hood. But we're going to title it something different. No, it was surprising. It was a breath of fresh air. But are we on game 3 now?
I mean, we can't. What? Game 2?
Game 2 was game 2. Game 2 to me, it was Steph, but it was the Cavs didn't play at the same level as they did in game 1.
Mm.
Game 2 is the game they were supposed to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Game 1 was the game they were supposed to win. Defensive rotations weren't as crisp.
Right.
You weren't up tight on players as you were in game 1. To me, it was just that wasn't even a blame somebody
Others
game.
Didn't show up. Kevin Love didn't
that
show
was
up.
just a basic. Y'all just didn't have what you had.
That was supposed to be their game.
That's supposed to be the game they get normal.
Yeah, and that was the narrative. That game was, Steph was going for the MVP. The 9 threes.
9 threes. Breaks
8 or
9?
9. 9 threes.
Sets a new record.
Yeah, the 3 at half.
Yep.
J.R. played it. Yeah, and then the rainbow 3 in the third, and it sounds like it was just his game.
It was his game.
It was a Steph Curry game. That's what he's supposed to do, and it's good for it's good for him because he hasn't performed in the finals.
He has not.
He's never really had his moment in the finals.
Well, yay for your moment, bro. But
it's bad because it's against you. But it's good for Steph Curry fans because you finally got to see him perform in the finals.
One game,
yeah.
And then he showed up last night and
he went
pooped himself.
But the one that he got was big.
Sure. Out of all the games, I'm not ready to take the monkey off his back from that perspective. He still doesn't play well in the finals.
They all have the monkey on their back because they're all teammates.
No, but I'm saying I'm not ready to say he plays well in the finals now because he had one game. I'm ready to say he had one good game. And then, if he had another game last night, I would have been ready to say, okay, he's starting to play well in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
He had one game in game 2 where he played well. And then last night, he looked like crap again.
Yeah.
He does not play well in the finals. And I'm still saying that until he puts together a run of games where he play well in a series. Yeah, probably. Before we get to game 3.
Okay. So, so that was Steph's MVP game.
Yes.
And then, Clay had a good game, but he, when he went down, because that was about time I got back.
He went down in game 2?
In game 1, when JR
undercut him?
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
And then he was
I thought that might have been a moment like, oh, this is going to change the series tremendously. It
didn't. All right, so excuse me. So before we get to game 3 and what we think about that, we want to introduce you to AudioWave's new sponsor right here. These headphones right here, these perfect, crisp new headphones. I love them, man. Headphones are no longer a piece of tech. They are an accessory. Traditionally, headphones.
That's your name.
Oh, I'm sorry.
First
you
night.
Let me.
I know. I meant to do that, but I figured our show's more like I should interrupt.
It's all right. Okay.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you stopped me, so go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I bet they appreciate this. Oh, yeah. So no, as you heard Dre say, studio headphones are no longer a piece of tech. Nope. That's not right either because I'm not ready to talk about studio. This is not going good at all. Let's just talk about game 3. We'll come back to that.
All right. So game 3.
On the fly, baby. On the fly.
Game 3. Had everything you want. Bells, whistles.
Oh, God.
Started off great. JR hit a 3. You know, he had like 11 points in the first quarter.
This is a
like
game that Cleveland is supposed
Kevin
to win.
Love is making his shots.
The referees are calling fouls.
Yeah, like it was.
Like Draymond had 3. Steph had 3.
Yeah, it was.
You're getting everything you need.
You're getting everything you need. But as like I said last time, KD is the pace. As long as KD is pacing, I believe Steve Kerr's timeout, his first timeout, and they were down like 10 or something like that. KD mid-range game they haven't stopped it yet.
No.
Put them in a curl flat.
Nobody can
and
guard
post
him.
them up right on the elbow. 2 points.
No one can guard him.
That's where you get the 2 points from.
Except LeBron. But LeBron doesn't want to guard him because all we do in the NBA
They take the
today
switch.
is switch.
They take the switch.
We don't fight through a screen.
No.
We don't try to fight. We don't try to double team.
Here's
anything.
why though. Because they don't play bigs no more. We don't got no centers. We ain't got no rim protectors. Because on the fight through is turn the corner, right? That's easy layup. No big man to step up. You giving up layups if you're fighting through picks, or if you're cutting under picks, then you're giving up threes.
It's the same 2 points.
So you switch.
No. Okay. That's true. But some of these, no, I'm not I'm accepting that for part.
Well, the KD switch with Kevin Love killed them.
Well, absolutely. But here's my issue. The George Hill switch with LeBron happens every other play down the floor.
Yeah.
A guard ends up on KD every time down the floor. And then if they want to go to the third switch with Kevin Love, they do. But literally, every time down the floor, it starts with LeBron guarding KD, and then the switch happens. Now, listen, it happens on the other end too.
Yeah.
LeBron has the ball. They run up, and they bring Steph. And KD backs off too. But to me, if you're getting torched by this guy, LeBron, step up and take the challenge. Take the challenge, bro. Stop letting the walk-by switch happen. Some of these screens aren't even real screens.
Yeah, they just give up the switch.
They just give up. Like KD ain't even he's not even looking to drive. He's just dribbling like switch it.
Yeah.
That's
or it's not even like a full pick. They just walk. They just
walk past,
and it's the switch.
I can't stand that. I'm not getting out of where I feel yet. I'm not there.
Yeah.
It's still coming out. It's still spewing right now.
Yeah.
This is getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Like it's starting to get annoying. Like I'm talking annoying to the fact that even on the other end it happens. Like nobody plays defense. And no, I didn't just start watching NBA yesterday. You're right. It hasn't been happening. But it's really annoying right now. I just want to say.
It's okay. It's all right. Because Kevin Love was getting murdered.
He's getting torn.
He was getting murdered. He can't keep up.
But here's the thing. Sometimes he literally has a hand in the spot it's supposed to be in.
He does.
And the guy still makes a shot.
Kevin has rim memory. Like, he just knows where the rim is. He doesn't have to look at the rim to know where it is. If you put up that many shots, if you're a professional and you're a gym rat and you love hooping, you just put up shots.
Yeah.
And you just know where they fall. And he's showing you that. On his back downs, on his turnarounds, on his pull-ups, he just knows where the rim is.
Hand in the face, doesn't matter.
And then when Kevin Love gets switched on Steph, he goes straight to the cup with the scoop layup.
And nobody helps.
Nobody helps.
Nobody rotates. And I get it. He'll make a pass, but effort. Yeah. Show some effort.
And the thing too is crazy, and they pointed it out in Game 3 is when Golden State does it, they always have help. Like, LeBron's going to drive.
Yep.
Whether it's McGee or Jordan Bell or Iguodala, somebody comes up to help. It's the 3 seconds.
Yep.
But how often are they going to call that 3 seconds?
Right.
He said that they're not going to call that 3 seconds
every time.
all the time.
Right.
They hate making that call.
Right.
Even though it's a 3 seconds every single time.
Every time.
Every time LeBron drives or he goes to the left, somebody comes up and steps up because he's already in the paint. He's already sitting there waiting for him.
Yep.
You get that call 2-3 times a game.
That's it.
Hopefully. But it happens every single game.
Absolutely. And
why don't you do that, Cleveland?
But here's the thing. That's why the way to beat them is not the way they're built. That's why you need another scorer. The reason why Rodney Hood was so successful last night, we're back on him, is because he can create his own shot.
Yeah.
And that's what you need against these guys. You can't just drive and dish because every time you go to the rack, it's three people there, or it's 2.5 people because the third person, he's hedging you.
Mm-hmm.
He's like there, but he ain't there. He's waiting for you to throw it back out. He sticks his hand out, catches the ball. Like that.
And the ref's not giving you the call, the mug at the ref.
Right, you're getting mugged, but the refs haven't called it. They've been horrible.
Yep.
So the whole, and then when you do get a pass through, you don't knock down open shots.
No.
So
Jeff Green,
if you don't have a Kyrie who can dribble penetrate off of somebody, then and you can get to the cup with him where he is practically unguardable at the guard position.
Yep.
That takes the pressure off of LeBron.
Yep.
But KD has no problem guarding LeBron when he has to. Why? Because they run switches off of him. So he doesn't. KD doesn't guard LeBron either. Just like I'm yelling about LeBron guarding KD.
No, they don't guard you.
But my thing is LeBron, when KD is guarding you, he did it a little bit last night. Take him off the dribble. Make him play defense.
Mm-hmm.
You don't make this guy play defense. So he's guarding Kevin Love. So then he gets to come down on offense fresh legs, and shoot the ball all night.
But their team defense is better. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Like, even if he gets to switch on Steph knows he has somebody behind him.
Exactly.
It's not the same way on the other side.
It's not, because this is not the same team. This is why our predictions were what they were.
Yeah.
This team, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I'm a Clevelander, but I have to be real with you guys. I got hated on for this, for my prediction. But we got to look. The eye test is what it is.
You got to be real.
This team is not that good.
No.
They're just LeBron. Like this, if there's any year you want to say that this team got carried, this was the year, bro. LeBron carried this squad to the finals. And with his flaws that he has, which I'm now acknowledging, he carried this team. They're not that good. To Dre's point, we're counting on Rodney Hood. Okay?
Some great minutes out of Rodney Hood.
Great minutes out of Rodney Hood.
13 straight DMPs.
These dudes
we need Rodney Hood.
At 30, they were up 10 at halftime?
No, the KD cut it.
13?
Remember, he hit that shot. He hit that three.
So up 7 at halftime.
Something like that, yeah. 7 or 5.
But still, this is what we always say.
Going into that third
quarter. And it happened. But even still, every third quarter this series so far, to survive and still be only down single digits going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah. So
if you can get through the third and you ain't blew out yet, you're okay.
Yep.
But again, we get to the fourth quarter, and now to me, it didn't look like LeBron had it. Like I didn't feel it was a LeBron night. It felt like because when he shot that three ball and it was short, I was like, bro,
he ran out of steam.
I felt like he ran out of steam, bro. I was like, they showed a stat line at the time. He had 29, he had 26, 9, and like 11 or something. I was like, oh, he needs a rebound for a triple double. And I said, well, when did that happen?
Mm-hmm.
Normally, you feel LeBron triple double.
Yeah.
And this is on a night when Love was hitting, JR hit a couple threes,
and the Splash Brothers were nowhere to be found.
Here's the stat line of the night. It's gonna sound like one person, but it's their whole squad. 42, 12, and 10.
Mm-hmm.
That's the stat line of the night. KD had 42. I think Draymond had 12, and everybody else had 10.
Yep.
You should beat that team.
Yeah. The Splash. I mean, when I saw the halftime graphic where like Steph was 1 for 7 and Clay was like 1 for 8.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even remember Clay shooting 8 shots.
Right. Clay was nowhere to be found last night.
Nowhere.
I barely remember him shooting the ball.
Nowhere.
He shot the ball one time and it went off the side of the rim. I said, okay. I said the NBA is making sure. This is the night. They're trying to help you win, Cleveland.
And you can tell Iguodala wasn't the same.
He wasn't.
His minutes were horrible. His minutes were detrimental to the team.
Yep.
Because they were doing a lot better when Jordan Bell was in.
Yep.
When they put him in, it was like he didn't want to shoot. He just wanted to pass the ball. He wasn't himself. And when I saw him going to back, I was like, the professional in me thinks that he went to coach like, Coach, I'm hurting the team.
Right.
Like,
but he came back.
He came back at the end.
Right.
He came back in like late fourth quarter because you went with your experience.
Yeah.
You went with the experience lineup over the Jordan Bell or McGee lineup where some stupid could happen. right? So limiting his minutes helped out, but like it was a perfect story. Iguodala was gimped. Splash Brothers wasn't hitting.
You're getting the fouls.
McGee's missing his
missing
putbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like
others are scoring.
It was Kevin Love is scoring.
You got a guy out
Rodney
of nowhere
Hood is doing his thing.
Out of nowhere, first guy off the bench, Rodney Hood ain't played forever.
It was a perfect storm.
They tried to give you the game.
They tried to, and then you couldn't stop Kevin Durant.
And you couldn't stop Kevin. And then all of a sudden, Steph makes the 1-3.
Yep,
that matters.
The 1-3.
The 1-3.
That's all you need. And it's crazy because the energy on that bench, they knew it. Like because they all were on the bench and it was just Kevin on with the scrubs with Swaggy and all them at the end of the half.
Yep.
They just let Kevin go. They just let him do his thing. And they was on the sideline like, he gonna take us there because we sucking right now.
At halftime, you saw Kevin Durant walk up to Steph Curry and tell him, hey, now let's go. Like he told him, he said, now wake the F up.
Join me.
I got your back. Let's go. Like anytime now.
Join me.
And you could see Steph was trying in the third quarter.
Oh, yeah.
And he was still clanking.
Yeah.
But he hits one shot that matters. And then Kevin Durant.
Bang!
And that's when I said, it's a wrap.
Shut it off. That's when I said shut it off.
It's a wrap. As soon as when he shot it, that's the same shot. Remember the walk down?
It was a lot further.
Yeah, it felt further, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot further.
But it was very similar to the other walk down.
Because they talked about it.
But I'm like, wow.
Because they asked LeBron that. He was like, it's different because he's like 3 feet behind the line. But he walked that joker down and just hit it. And then he was so stone-faced. And, like, I don't like Kevin Durant. I don't like it. I don't like this team. I don't like it because it's just so unfair. But I give him his props for that night. Now, for those who want to say Kevin Durant is now number one now, or he wins the chip, he's number one. He still can't do that because, one, he's on this super duper team where he really doesn't have much pressure. There's no pressure beating a team that needs Rodney Hood to have great minutes. And nobody on the squad can guard you or is trying to guard you. So it's really no pressure. And if you bring up his 43? 42-point game, okay, that's cool. But LeBron is putting up 40-point games all playoffs.
Yeah.
So in comparison to your 40-point game, good job. Good job. You carried your team to a win with a 40-point.
You got the 24-hour news cycle, sir.
You carried your team with your 40-point win. LeBron has been doing this all playoffs. He's been giving you 40, 42, 45, 51, 49. He's been giving you 40-point games, triple doubles, all playoffs.
Right.
To get his team to this point. So I'm not going to go and go, oh, he's great now. He gave me a 42-point game in the finals, and he carried his team to a win. No, LeBron's been doing this all year, all playoffs.
Knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah.
It's the same thing that happened
Don't get caught up in the moment.
Don't get caught up in the moment, people. That's not what's happening here. He did his thing. He did it. He did what he's supposed to do.
And that's not hating. It
is what it is. He's not the number one player in the world. He didn't just ascend there because of one game.
Yeah.
That what people are gonna say, yeah, but he's beaten LeBron 2 years in a row. No, he didn't beat LeBron 2 years in a row. That team
the Golden State Warriors
who he had to join to beat LeBron. It's not the same. LeBron will be the best player on the planet until he unlaces his LeBrons for the last time and hangs it up. Until then, no one's ascending into that spot and taking his spot. Like, he will be the greatest. Even if he goes mercenary mode next year, he's going to be the greatest. Until he hangs them up.
Before we get to next year, the rest of this season, how much more does he have? Game 4, do you expect just blowout, win, go to state, or do you expect LeBron to get this game?
I actually think that they're going to win this game.
Like you expect LeBron, like 50 points. Like he has to.
Yes, I expect him to double his output. I expect him to double his output, and I expect him to go back to Golden State.
Like, how much more gas? The guy has to be out.
He's got to be done.
He's got to be.
But every time you think he's done, he's not done. So I can't say he's done. If he comes out and looks lethargic tomorrow, then we'll know.
Mm-hmm.
but I just don't see that happening. I think the one thing I can give him is, to me, he's been professional about being who he is.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's always said this, I'm going to give my team everything. I'm going to leave it on the floor for my team. Now, he never gives you this will be my team forever moment. But what he does, he's done it in Miami. He did it in Cleveland the first time. He's done it since. He has always been, I'm going to give you everything in this moment. So I expect him to be himself again tomorrow. And I expect that to result in a Cleveland win. I really do. I think they're going to win tomorrow. And that's not hope I'm saying. That's just I think they're going to win tomorrow because I don't think the league wants a sweep. And I think there's a lot of sweep talking, and I think there's a lot of pride on the line. So I think they're going to win. I think they're going to go back to Golden State 3-1, and I think you're going to get the storyline of 2016. They were down 3-1, and everybody in Believe Land's coming back to life going, you got to remember 2016. And I, unfortunately, am not going to say that I remember it. I'm going to say I remember it, but it is a memory. If you want to see it, I hope you saved it on your DVR. You downloaded the video from the 2016 Cavaliers have won the championship. Order your video now. Like I did that. Like if I want to go relive that, I will, because that's not going to happen again. So I think they're going to win tomorrow. I think we're going to get LeBron 40-pointer. I think we're going to get the others still being comfortable at home.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be an agonizing, God, we got to do this again next week. Like you guys really are going to. And that's cool because I'm going to Vegas on Sunday and I watch the game on Monday at the sports book.
I agree with you, but a part of me has to think like it just not so much, lose the Boston, take the jersey off, I quit game. I just like
he scored 45 in.
Just tired. Like I'm tired of carrying you people. I'm tired. But a part of me says you can't let them win in Cleveland.
Right. You cannot let them do that in the visitors' locker room.
You can't let them do that.
Make them win it.
You can't hear that.
You still smelled the champagne last time.
You can't do that.
Nah, make them brothers go home and win it. Like, to me, the professional in you can't even say, I'm tired of carrying you guys. You can't do that. You know why you can't do that? Because this is who you play for.
Yeah.
Like, you play for this team. And you don't ultimately have control over the front office.
So hard,
if he does, then these are the people he picked. Because, a lot of people like to say he made these trades. So, if he made these trades,
I don't know if he made these trades.
But you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. You can't say, I'm tired of carrying you guys. You know who they are.
Yeah.
You know what your team is. You know in your heart of hearts what this team can and cannot accomplish. So just go out there and play your best.
So your game 4 prediction is?
Cleveland's going to win it. And I think they're actually going to win it I think they're going to win by between 5 and 10 points.
Okay.
And this series is going back to Oakland because that still holds to the prediction of Golden State 4-1. So
that's your head and that's your heart.
That's my head. That's my head.
Okay.
Like I really think I'm starting to come out of my emotions now as we progress through the show. I really think that you're looking at a situation where you're not gonna like this. The NBA is gonna make sure.
Oh God.
Yeah, I think they're gonna make sure of it. I think there's just money to be made. There needs to be another game. Like you guys playing Friday, that means the whole weekend you get nothing of NBA. No, you need that 3-1 storyline to be resurrected. So I think the Cavs get
need this weekend of revenue.
I don't think Durant scores another 40-something, but I don't think that both Splash Brothers go missing either. And I think that balances things out, and I think Cleveland's up winning.
I end up putting on Facebook at half, KD tips the scale on this team. Like both Splash Brothers are sucking it up. This should be a blowout. Like these two teams are kind of matched up well if there's no Kevin Durant on this team.
Correct.
That would have been a blowout.
But a lot of people argue that if that's the case, then why isn't he greatest?
Because he's comfortable. You gotta have the mindset is a part of things too, right?
I agree.
Like, yes, he has a great skill set. They use his skill set very well, and his level of confidence has risen to a level you haven't seen before from KD because he's on this team.
Right. It's not because he evolved into this.
He's got Draymond in his ear 24/7, sending him text messages and motivating him.
Right.
Because he has the confidence of teammates like Steph Curry, 2-time NBA MVP.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He has the freedom from a coach like Steve Kerr. He has teammates like Klay Thompson. So the mindset of him going in from OKC, like, this is all on me. Everything's on me. I have to do everything. I have to pick up this team, and I gotta hope Russell don't take stupid shots.
Right. To go to that from that
to go to that from
state and just driving in like
this place is already established.
Yep.
They already have good values and
all I gotta do
morals.
is show up and play.
They already got the system, and all I gotta do is hoop. Oh my God, this is, and I can feel like the man. I can beat my chest and say I'm the man.
Yep.
Do you like? That's a great situation to walk into.
Absolutely.
So the mental is a big part of that, and
I
that's
agree.
why he feels a certain type of way right now.
I agree. Well,
here's the stuff you showed me a post from one of your feeds. This is the stuff I have to deal with on my timeline. This so-called best player in the world, LeBron James, failed again. Straight trash. This is stuff I read on my newsfeed. This is so if LeBron James makes to the finals and lose again, then what does that mean? LeBron James is trash. LeBron James is tired. Michael will never be tired. LeBron James is the greatest baby of all time. 3-0 KD, king of the court. Like I said, LeBron James is trash. Not
there's no substance in anything.
These are the things that I have to. These are the posts.
I'm sorry.
On my timeline that I have to like. Oh my God! You just
squeeze your hands. Don't respond.
You just want to create your own narrative.
Oh my gosh, I hate that. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. What's your prediction? Because at this point,
I want to give them this game, but I can't.
It's a sweep.
It's a sweep for me. I can't give him the game because he has zero help. Once again, we're relying on Rodney Hood for giving good minutes. The Splash Brothers are not going to have a bad game like that again. Steph might, but Klay might not. I can't say both of them are going to shoot 2 for 20 again. You know what I'm saying? They dancing on home court, bro. I can't. I want to give LeBron a game, and I do see he has like a 45. I don't see he gives up.
Yeah, I don't think he gives up. If he scores 45, if he does like a triple double with the 45 points,
and still lose. Who's giving? You finally got a game out of Kevin Love. Do you think he's gonna do that back to back?
Yeah, because you got to. I mean, they're at home.
JR isn't that player anymore to give you 20, 25 points a game. He's not that guy no more. He's like 15 years in the league too, right?
I'm so tired of him. I'm actually kind of tired of him.
And Jordan Poop Emoji Clarkson, he's not going to do anything either.
This team's going to be horrible.
Larry Nance Jr. not going to do anything.
Well, there you have it, folks.
George Hill not going to do anything.
Dre says it's over. It's a sweep.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, I think there's one more Cleveland win in this season. But I think our predictions are going to hold true. Golden State's going to win this thing. I'm saying in 5, but Dre's going with 4. It's over with in Cleveland. I don't know. But, we need to talk about what's next. But before we do, talk about these things that we're wearing, these headphones.
All right.
Headphones are no longer a piece of tech. They are an accessory. Traditionally, headphones are super technical or fashionable. With Studio, you get both.
Studio is where tech meets fashion. Oh, I like that. Yeah, look at. Studio provides high-quality headphones at a reasonable price.
Headphones are important to everyday life. Make sure you are using the great quality, and Studio is that quality.
So head over to studio.com. That's SUDIO.com. And use the promo code WAVE, all caps, to provide the promo code. And that'll give you 15% off. Get that 15% off once again, studio.com, SUDIO.com. So what's next?
So you're saying tomorrow night is the last
Game 4 NBA Finals is done, even though the fix may be in.
Right.
I haven't received anything to tell me that the extender is coming.
All right. So if this is true, then
it's gonna be a hell of a summer. Paul George, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard.
Is this the last time you see LeBron?
No.
In the Cavs uniform?
Here's what I propose.
Wow, you were quick.
Here's what I
You were
propose.
a lot quicker than I
But
expected.
I told you already. I think he leaves. I think he does 4 years. And my choice is Philly. I think he does 4 years in Philly or LA, but I think more Philly than anything. Okay, here's the scenario. My first thing is I think Philly. If not Philly, then he stays 1 more year. But if it is Philly, then I think his 20th year is going to be his farewell tour, and he'll come back to Cleveland for his farewell tour.
Wow. 1 year in Cleveland.
Kobe broken down and beaten,
Oh God.
playing only 20 games
On
the bench with bad knees and
if you're listening out there in podcast land from Cleveland, I want to know how you feel.
getting
about
gifts
it. Yeah, like
from other franchises.
how do you feel?
I want
about
to see
that?
what Toronto gives him.
Do I want to?
Key to the city.
Is DeMar DeRozan still on that team? Serge Ibaka.
5 years from now, God, I hope not.
I don't know how I feel about him coming back, and I have to watch a broken down. Like I don't want to watch him be broken down. Like
It's hard to say because
don't
you
think
never
he'll
seen
be
the
broken
man broken down.
I don't
He takes
think
great care.
I don't think his last year, whatever year that is, will be.
But
a
year
breakdown
20
year.
is pretty tough.
I think he'll still be. I think this dude's a
Keep
freak of
playing
nature.
into the playoffs like that.
I
Keep
think-
playing into June every single year.
I think this dude's a freak of nature, bro.
Maybe he'll go on Spurs. Have Pop reduce his minutes. Him and Kawhi.
You're assuming Kawhi's going back to San Antonio.
I mean, Pop hasn't
They
shown
don't
me.
like him.
Pop hasn't shown me. If you get rid of Manu and you get rid of Tony, get rid of the old regime, and have Pop commit.
Is Pop going to commit though?
But
Is Pop
here's
going to
the thing, though.
shift a little bit and join the youngins?
They have to offer him the max contract. You have to if you're San Antonio. Does Kawhi say, no, I don't want $200 million? That's the only $200 million contract I could ever get.
Somebody out there give him.
Somebody give him 160-something million, what
Why?
they could
Because
give
they
him.
can't, 'cause
But the Spurs could give him $200 million.
they don't have to offer him that.
You're the Spurs. You have to give him the money. You have to make Kawhi your franchise
But
player.
he hasn't been like they've lived without him. The news media has spun this thing to where their relationship is not that good.
I don't think you let him. I think you still offer it to him.
I don't know. I
If-
don't know
if
if he
you're-
wants to be.
If you're Kawhi, I think his main problem is with the training staff and with the veterans on the team for calling him out for not playing injured, and the training staff for maybe a misdiagnosis. I don't think R.C. Buford and Popovich are the people that he's mad at.
So you're saying 4 years of
Him in Philly
LeBron somewhere else,
or him in San Antonio, and then
1 year in Cleveland.
his year 20, he'll come back in Cleveland and do his farewell tour.
Okay, yeah. I do not have an elaborate plan.
That's how I see it playing out. I called him coming back. When he went to Miami,
Correct.
we were somewhere else. I said, he's coming back.
Yeah.
Just get through these years. He's coming back.
You did.
And he came back.
You did. So you're right now. You got it working for you. Track record strong. You're credible. I think this is it. I do think this is it too. I think he leaves. I just don't understand. Like, yeah, to me, it has to be Philly. It's like some people are saying Boston.
Go to the young team.
Some people are saying go.
Kyrie would hate that.
I know that would be just so
Jeez.
bad. Danny Ainge would be a jerk for that.
Kyrie would hate
But
that
no,
so bad.
I think to me it has to be Philly, and here's why. Why would you go to the West? There is no team
True.
out there that will allow you your 9th straight finals. And to me, at this point, bro, go for as many in a row as you can.
Houston to play with Chris Paul?
No, they don't beat. So I still don't think they beat Golden State because you don't know if Chris Paul's gonna make it through a season. Like Houston, like you could if you have Houston, right? LeBron is a ball dominant forward.
But if you look at it though, that team is built for LeBron. Can you imagine LeBron collapsing the defense and kicking it out to James Harden?
But is that
Or
gonna
clicking it out to Eric
But
Gordon,
does that happen though?
kicking it out to Trevor Ariza.
But do you believe
That kick out game is going to be so strong, bro.
Do you believe that that's what would happen? Do you believe that the basketball would move around enough for LeBron and Harden to survive together?
Harden has to become a catch and shoot guy. Or no, he can become Kyrie. It's CP3 that has to take a step back.
Exactly. The third guy, one of the three, has to step back.
Yeah, like if you could get James to become Kyrie, where like you said, Kyrie didn't really facilitate.
Right.
He got to the cup.
Right.
He was smooth with the handles and he got to the cup.
He kept the ball. He kept the floor open.
Harden can be that. He can get to the cup.
So does Chris Paul take a backseat?
He has to.
I don't see that. Like that's the reason why Houston doesn't make sense to me. Like, plus, I still don't think they beat Golden State, bro. I'm sorry. I don't think you beat because LeBron
took him to 7 games.
Nope.
You add LeBron to that. That's like adding KD to the Warriors. You got a 60-plus win team. You add LeBron to that. That's OP. That's overpowered.
Maybe. LeBron can team up with Anthony Davis or Lillard or with Paul George in LA.
Ooh. Here's why I don't like LA.
Ooh, wait a minute. Is Lillard in his final year? Is he a free agent or something?
Here's why I don't like LA. For the West thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's too West. LA, because they don't have nothing.
Yeah.
You will literally have to strip that team.
You really don't get
to
out.
fit those contracts in there.
I agree. You really don't.
Your starting point guard has to be Lonzo Ball.
So if your starting point guard is Lonzo Ball and you got LeBron and PG.
And Ingram and Kuzma. That's your team.
You don't think they can get to the
with a whole bunch of with the scabs?
Do they get to the conference?
You got to get rid of Julius.
They can get to the conference final. They can't get past.
Yeah, you can get to the conference finals with that team. With Ingram and Kuz.
You might not get past Houston. Oh, you might not get to the conference finals. You might.
Paul George, Ingram, Kuz, and LeBron.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying Lonzo because I know you hate Lonzo. But them 4
conference finals.
I would say.
Does that make them the number 2 team in the West? If that's how that plays out,
number 3.
Are they better than
number 3? Because you got to go through growing pains.
So then
you got some young kids.
Okay, so then that means.
So then you're playing Houston.
So that means you don't get past Houston.
You can beat Houston.
You think so?
Yeah.
So you lose to Golden State in the
lose San Antonio.
If you win the West, you win the finals. Why go into the finals to lose again?
I
hear you. But
San Antonio. What about San Antonio?
No, not enough. They don't
play for Pop.
They don't have enough auxiliary. Like to me, they don't have enough. It's not enough to just be you and Kawhi.
You, Kawhi, and LaMarcus.
That's not enough.
Danny Green.
Where? So you got a shooter.
You got a shooter.
Oh well, okay. And they defend.
They just need a PG. Well, young boy.
Yeah, you can get a serviceable PG.
That young boy do the thing. Murray, Dante Murray.
You might be able to do something with that squad because you and Kawhi are very dangerous.
Yeah, that's defense all day. That's lockdown. You got somebody. You don't have to switch.
Right.
Somebody on KD.
Right.
All the time.
Right. Okay. So, you changed my mind a little bit because right now, the way I feel is like, why would you go West?
So, if you go West, we saying Spurs.
You got to go Spurs or Houston.
I can't see the name. What's the name? CD
Mayaka.
So, if we go West, Spurs make the most sense.
Houston makes most sense.
Houston makes most sense.
You
tilt that more than the Spurs. I'm
on the same page you made with Houston too. Because what I'm starting to realize is the point we made earlier is he just needs another guy that can break the defense down.
Harden.
So Harden or Kawhi. So Houston or San Antonio do make sense. And because of Pop, I can see he loves Popovich. Yeah. So I can see San Antonio. That's ugly, but I can see it. If you go east, if you stay east, to me it has to be Philly.
Philly?
Like there's no way you stay in Cleveland.
What was on Stephen A's list? Miami.
Stephen A's list had Miami.
If he goes to Golden State,
then now we have to have the same.
We can't watch basketball anymore.
If he goes to Golden State, I'm done.
I'm not watching basketball anymore.
I'm done. It is not even worth watching. The list is this: Cleveland, Golden State, Philly, Boston, Houston, LA, Miami. Some people have said he might go back to Miami. But
I can see that if D-Wade stays.
Yeah, but
he's not D-Wade, though.
He's not the same guy.
Yeah, he's not the same.
And you don't have Chris Bosh.
That experiment, we tried it, 2.0, and it didn't work.
So according to what I've been told, Stephen A., this is his caption. According to what I've been told, the 7 teams that LeBron's having a conversation with, the Spurs are not on that list. I honestly believe it's because I don't think Kawhi's going to be there.
Kawhi's still under contract for next year.
How come Kawhi doesn't come to Cleveland?
He's still under contract for next year. He's not a free agent.
That's true. But there's been
he will have to force his way out.
There's been trade rumors of him being traded to Cleveland.
But for what? What are you getting?
You're getting younger because San Antonio finally realizes it's time to start this thing over.
Yeah, but these assets have proved to be doo-doo. What? Okay, I give you Jordan Clarkson. Shut it down. Shut. You keep it. You keep Jordan Clarkson. I don't want Jordan Clarkson's finals high is 2 points.
But you'll be surprised. Sometimes it's expiring contracts too. So they might take.
Do they have those? I don't think they have those either.
J.R. Smith or something. I don't know.
They all make money.
They do. I mean, when you look at this list, out of this list of 17,
go get Dellavedova.
To me, the most realistic options are Houston and Philly.
Yeah. The king playing with the prince.
You're trolling a lot tonight.
But here's the thing, though. If it's going to be the same outcome. You taking Philly to the finals against Golden State, you're still going to lose. You're still going to lose.
So when does this get...
Embiid's not going to play 82 games.
When does this get old?
When does this get old? Yeah, it's old already. It's old. LeBron going to the finals and losing is old.
Are we tired of it?
It's old. You got to go west. You got to go to San Antonio or you got to go to Houston.
Does that make it... Okay, but this is my... Okay, let's...
And LA would be too much of an experiment for it to be a sure thing.
Okay, so let's ask this question. Let's transition to this question.
Or why doesn't Paul George go to Cleveland?
Well, that's a very good idea. But here's why that doesn't work. Because you won't know what LeBron's going to do to make that decision. Like LeBron's going to do what he always does. Hold everybody else hostage.
Yeah.
So, like, you have to wait for the LeBron domino to fall.
But you get insurance. You get assurances from LeBron if you're PG.
He doesn't give assurances out.
I give you a 2-year deal. You promise to stay for 2 years, and let's see what we can do.
LeBron doesn't give out assurances. Now, I'm 100% with you. That is a very possible situation because PG has his choice, and he wanted to go to Cleveland. It's known and reported that Indiana did not want to send him there.
Right.
So that is a very viable option. If PG comes to Cleveland and LeBron stays, I think LeBron is staying there for the rest of his career and PG signs, they can now be formidable against this team because you need another scorer.
Gotta get rid of Tristan.
But
gotta make cap room.
No, you gotta get rid of JR, who's making $15 million a year.
Hey.
And you can do that now because PG can play the 2. And LeBron can play the 3.
That's a big 2.
Hey. But at the end of the day, that's viable. But to me, it seems like the tea leaves and everything point to either Houston or I say Houston or Philly. It does get old. But my question now becomes this, though. Is it not old if he goes west? Like, it's still the same outcome. We're still saying Golden State's going to win the title. Like, him going to any team west doesn't make me feel like.
Yeah, it does. If he goes to Houston,
you're going to watch that.
The Western Conference Finals is the finals.
Okay, but are you going to watch that though? Are you going to watch that to see?
And then it'll be LeBron in Houston versus Kyrie in Boston,
or LeBron in Houston, or Steph and the Golden State Warriors against Kyrie in Boston.
You never know.
Because if he goes west, Boston's going to the final.
But you don't know what Clay's going to do. You think Clay's going to re-up for it? You think Clay's going to stay?
Low key, I do. I think they're going to keep renegotiating they keep all restructuring their contracts.
You just keep getting different others, swaggy people. As long as you keep Sean Livingston, you're good. as long as he's your first one off the Trey Bell's a rookie, he don't make no money.
These dudes got two guards coming off their bench that are old and decrepit, got bad knees.
Hey,
Sean Livingston and Livingston.
Livingston
has no ACL, bro.
Right here, this painted area,
and just keep shooting jump shots.
And just keep shooting shots. Nobody can stop it.
I don't know if I'm watching that. I don't know if I'm watching Houston Golden State in the Western Conference Finals to see if Houston can knock off Golden State.
But it's LeBron. The formula. It's you got a dribble guard that can get to the cup.
Right.
Spread around. If you keep Eric Gordon, Ariza, and Green, you got shooters.
Right.
Way better shooters than you got right now.
Absolutely.
And then you got serviceable big in Capella. You got to pay Capella.
Upgraded Tristan Thompson.
You got to pay. Well, yeah, because then he's gonna get paid. So
Exactly.
he's still gonna hustle,
Right.
like Tristan did.
Right.
Tristan was the offensive board juggernaut
Until
before he got paid.
exactly.
So Capella, he got to get paid, and you got to pay CP3 too. Or do you trade off CP3 for LeBron? But LeBron wants to play with Chris Paul,
Exactly. So no, Chris Paul, Harden, and LeBron. Stay.
and then you sign Melo.
No, don't do that. Don't.
Melo, LeBron, CP3,
No,
Harden,
no.
Houston.
I'm not. Please don't do that.
There we go.
Please don't do that. Melo will be on the bench a lot.
All he got to do is sit in the corner like Bosch. Oh, and Bosch want to come back too. And Chris Bosch. Chris Bosch wants to come back to the league. Put him in the corner.
Melo doesn't know how to sit in the corner.
Amari wants to come back too. And Amari Stoudemire.
Melo wants the ball, bro. No. AP, they say I gotta come off the bench.
AP, I got to come off the bench.
No, please don't do that. I don't want him back in. I don't want no. Oh God.
They want to play together.
I know. Houston though, somebody's taking a cut though, and them brothers ain't taking no
They'll
cuts.
go to the cap for LeBron. They'll go to the cap.
I think LeBron is a likely option of that.
You think Houston is likely?
I think Houston getting LeBron,
LeBron.
is a likely option.
Okay.
I just don't know I don't know if that makes me interested in watching LeBron and the Rockets against.
Well, you're not gonna look like LeBron on any other team than the Cavaliers.
No, I am. Listen. I've said my piece with God. I'm good. Leave, brother. Like, to me, do you stay and deal with this? Because I can see this happening. If he stays, I think somebody does come. I think somebody comes here. I think PG comes here.
Okay.
I think he can get somebody to come here and play.
And not go home?
And
Not go to LA?
well, you know what? The good point, because NBA players are funny acting. Because the moment you think guys really want to win rings, they do stupid stuff. And then they still say it's about the ring, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, you're right.
Because then Magic, that would be a big bust for Magic. You don't get Paul George or LeBron. You don't get nobody.
But it's possible that franchise is not doing what y'all think it is. And I think that's happening because a lot of people think that that's the LA machine.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I don't think LA has the draw that it had 5-10 years ago, where you guaranteed that New York market. Remember, they thought that about the New York market for a second.
Mm-hmm.
People want to come here because it's the Garden. It's New York. I think those are the days of old.
Yeah.
These young people don't care about that stuff. They don't even know about it.
Mm-hmm.
The guys that have no history of this game are LeBron, are the 15-year vets. After that, these other cats, you'll never hear them in the interviews talking about some, I just patterned my game after showing.
You saw Karl Towns was to go to Phoenix to play with Devin Booker.
Exactly. He don't want to win no championship, bro. These guys just want to have fun.
Yeah, they want to play with their boys.
So, fine. So, I can see Paul George coming. If LeBron stays, I definitely can see another star coming because he has that drawing power now.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, do they want the weight of that with LeBron? And then do they come there and do you have enough to get back to where you can be formidable against Golden State? And so I think it's going to boil down to this. LeBron's decision will then force everything else, as always. His decision, which we probably don't get that decision in the first week if he's got to meet with 7 doggone teams. So it's going to be a long summer of free agency because no dominoes can fall until he decides where he's going to go.
Your owner is so dumb.
Thank you for adding that. C.D. Michaela said Warriors dynasty will be over when Durant leaves.
Yeah.
When is Durant leaving?
I give him at least 3 more years.
Why would Durant leave?
Warriors.
But why? Where would he go next? Why would you leave?
He's not finishing his career in Golden State.
Where's he go? Washington. He goes home too. Everybody wants to go home.
Everybody want to go home. Go back to OKC.
There's a shift of power from the west to the east. All of a sudden, and Kyrie's pissed.
Go to Toronto.
Now everybody wants to come here. Yeah.
Go help Toronto, Durant. I don't want LeBron to be a mercenary.
Mayaka said 1 more year.
I don't want LeBron to be a mercenary, but that's what he's going to be called.
We're about to see. Yeah, we're about to see him be a mercenary. He's taking his talent somewhere else.
I just don't want him to go like place after place after place.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go
like
somewhere
his next 5 years.
Stay.
Like just be with one team.
Yeah, I'd like to see him go be with one team.
Don't do 1 year here.
Yeah,
do 1 year, then leave.
That'd be kind of annoying.
Then,
But to me, I don't think he's that kind of guy. Like a lot of people believe he's staying in Cleveland because he seems to be a family-oriented. Like
I believe he wants to stay.
I like being home, but if he wants to stay, he's got to get on the phone and call somebody.
Hey, yo, Pete. I need some help.
To me,
I need some help, Pete.
To me, that's what you got to do. I mean, that's what y'all did to get together in Miami. Y'all talked about it.
You need a point guard.
So you need a PG and you need another formidable scorer.
Yeah.
And that's the question.
Overhaul this roster.
Oh, yeah, definitely. To be honest with you, with your young talent that still needs some time, I think you're in a good position if you just go get that other player. To me, George Hill could be your point guard. George Hill, he played well last night too. George Hill could be your point guard. You don't need a dominant point guard. You need another scorer. You need somebody. You need another guaranteed 25 points.
But here's the thing: if your rival is the Golden State Warriors, their weakness is point guard. Steph can't guard nobody. So why not have a dynamic one guard?
Because you keep running switches all night. That's what you're gonna do anyway. They gonna keep running switches.
Not necessarily.
LeBron is the one who initiated the super team by player. Incorrect. But we appreciate you joining us tonight in the feed. This is incorrect. The super team was initiated by LeBron. It was initiated by LeBron because the Warriors knew they couldn't beat LeBron until they went and formed the super team. The team that LeBron joined up with in Miami was not a super team. It wasn't. They were horrible the year before. They barely made the playoffs. They were not a 73-9 team. The 73-9, the 73-10 Warriors, 73-9 Warriors lost to the Cavs in the finals.
Here's the thing.
And they went out and got KD for that.
So yeah, he played with his boys in Miami, right? The roster was gutted. All they had was Mario Chalmers on the roster.
Yes.
So
they went around and got Mike Miller.
So Dwayne Wade was a star. Him and D Wade were stars.
Yep.
Chris Bosh was an all-star, but did he ever play like he was a formidable player while he was in Miami?
No.
Did he ever play like he was Draymond Green?
No.
Did he ever give you that?
No.
While he was playing in Miami?
No.
Did he ever give you a defensive intensity? Did he ever give you 30 to 35 points a game? No. He sat in the corner and he shot threes.
Developed a three-point shot.
That's what he did.
When did you ever count on him?
Bosh was not better than him.
Oh, gosh.
Kevin Love, before he got skinny and came to Cleveland, was putting up 20 and 20 and losing by 30 every game, okay? Yep. His skill set was dominating in his position. He put up 20 points and 20 rebounds all the time.
And they play the same position. They're both power forwards.
Then he gets to Cleveland, puts you in the corner, and you shoot a three. That's what you do. Yep. My man on the telecast said it last night. I love it when Kevin Love plays inside out. His game gets a lot better. They never allowed Bosh to play inside out.
Never.
They never put him on the block, gave him the ball, and said, work, big fella.
Yep.
They never did that. They put him in a corner and said, shoot the ball.
Yep.
He was never that guy in Miami. He would go games where he wouldn't score the bucket. So it was really LeBron, D Wade, and a bunch of scrubs. Mario Chalmers, rookie, cokehead out, Chris Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Back hurt Mike Miller.
Yep.
Shane Battier. Over the hill Shane Battier.
Yep.
It was literally
that was not a super team.
It wasn't a super team in comparison to Golden State Warriors.
Correct.
Who, yes, they drafted their main guys. You absolutely correct. You can't argue against. They drafted their guys, they developed their guys, and they went on a great winning streak. That is great. Nobody said they were a bad team for doing that. You won the record most games of all time. That was great. That was awesome. But then you added the second best player in the world.
Yeah.
That's when things get OP. That's when it gets overpowered. When you add a guy that literally has no worries about anything other than just the hoop, just to play ball. Kevin, do your thing. We've surrounded you with great assets, and that's what you do. That's when it gets overpowered. The team was already set. They already had a mantra. They already had a ring.
They already had a ring.
They already had how they were going to do things. They knew how things were going to set up. They already had a mindset. They already lived in
and Kevin Durant,
winning.
He didn't have to come in and change that. All he had to come in and play Kevin Durant basketball.
They went to Miami, had a rookie head coach.
Yep.
And Pat Riley breathing over his shoulder.
All the time.
And you got Lonzo Moore in the ring.
He said Bosh was averaging 25 points in Toronto. Okay. They were horrible. They were horrible. He wasn't a star. Yeah, they had three All-Stars isn't a super team. 4 is. That's what I say. To me, 4 All-Stars is a super team.
My thing is Bosh got nerfed when he went to Miami.
He didn't perform like an All-Star either.
He wasn't the Chris Bosh that you saw in Toronto. He didn't average 25 in Miami.
Chris Bosh wasn't Draymond Green
he's nowhere near
State. Let's just compare the teams. You want to compare the teams and say one is a super team or one isn't, or they both are. Just compare the teams. Look at the All-Stars and the All-Stars. The Golden State All-Stars are still All-Stars, and they're probably still some of the better players in the league. Bosh didn't do that in Miami.
And they had to make their own culture. They had to make everything up on the fly. That's why they lost the first series.
They lost to Dallas, yep.
LeBron didn't know how to win when he got there.
It is because of LeBron. You're right. LeBron being on the team changes the dynamic of some players. Just like it's changed Kevin Love, it changed Chris Bosh. But Chris Bosh didn't even perform up to Chris Bosh. He dropped off. He didn't. Kevin Love still gives you a double-double now.
Chris
Bosh left.
They took it a step forward. You ever see when teenage boys and girls play, the girl, hits the boy with a water gun. So the boy takes a big cup of water and he throws it on her. He just went all overboard with it.
Yep.
LeBron made a team because he wanted to win in a respectable way. And KD and Golden State Warriors They took a big cup of water and they splashed it on everybody and just went totally out of proportion. Yep. That is not the way I did it. You took what I did and you really extra right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
They did it really extra.
That's exactly what happened. So
that's that. I mean, I don't know how else this.
That's the best way to do it. That was a great analogy, sir. King says LeBron did not join the greatest team of all time. LeBron didn't join the team that beat him. Those are the points we make on this show all the time here at the Academy Sports Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us in the feed. Make sure you click the bell to subscribe so you know we're on every Thursday night. But those are points we've made regularly. LeBron, they got that team together. They were horrible. They got it together. They ended up winning championships. Kevin Durant lost to this team and then went and joined them. Okay, people? We don't want to rehash the discussion
on the championships.
This is what happens when the series is 3-0 and KD has a good night, and now all of a sudden, here we come with this discussion. LeBron has the most competition in NBA history. I think that's for another show.
I mean,
Durant signed with Golden State to beat LeBron. Golden State went and got him to beat LeBron. Yeah. That's why.
After they lost,
after being 73-9,
they went and got Durant.
They went and met him in the Hamptons and said, "Hey, bro, we need you to beat him." So the reason the Warriors are who they are today, you could thank LeBron.
Yeah, that's just
the truth of the matter.
You took it too far.
Yep.
You just took it too far.
And
that's why you can't compare. It's apples and oranges. It's two totally different situations. I hate to end it now that people are here.
Right. Those titles are tainted. What titles are tainted?
The Golden State ones? Yeah, when maybe not the first one.
The first one I think is legit.
I mean,
I don't want to taint titles.
Even though Kyrie got hurt.
Kyrie and Kevin weren't there. But as always, we appreciate you guys joining us. We can stay at this all night long, but we're not going to. This is the portion of the show where
we started at 7:30, guys.
Yeah. We're here every week, 7:30, live on YouTube. This is the portion of the show where Dre leaves the camera, but you will still be able to hear his voice in a moment. Tomorrow, NBA Finals Game 4 in my hometown, Cleveland, aka Believe Land. LBJ over Jordan, no. Jordan over LBJ, but I am
We're not that show.
Yeah, we're definitely not that show. I watched Jordan growing up, and Jordan is the GOAT. However, that again for another show, we have a long summer ahead of us because we will have no sports. All there will be on is baseball and the World Cup. Yeah. So
remember when you made me talk World Cup?
Yeah, that was fun. So, but please make sure you click the bell, subscribe to our page, please, so you'll know we are here every week. This is the Academy Sports Podcast. We're on live right now on YouTube.
Are we going to be here next week? You're out of town.
I am out of town. I don't think we will be here next week unless you're doing a show, or we can do a split screen YouTube. I can do that. It will be 3 hours behind though. I am 3 hours behind. So if you can wait for me to get off at 5 o'clock, I would love to be on the show.
So what would that be here? 8
o'clock here. Yeah. But we are here usually every week. Also, you can find us on SoundCloud. So if you go to the SoundCloud app or go to soundcloud.com, look us up, subscribe there. We post our podcast very soon after the show goes live. So you can also listen if you missed anything or you want to go back and listen to previous episodes. And also, you can find us on iTunes, looking us up as well, Academy Sports Podcast, Academy Sports Show. We are live on YouTube, but then we will post there as well. So keep that in mind as we go forward, where to find us if you want to listen to us and listen to any previous podcast. Before we go, as always, we want to show love to our sponsors.
Mr. Bonds Plumbing. Check them out, man. Both licensed and insured, Bonds Plumbing provides top quality, commercial and residential services at great prices. If you just want to get up to code or just daily home services, waterproofing, things of that nature, make sure you hit them up. The number is
313-304-7786.
Or you can check out bondsplumbing.com. You can request a quote there for your services, but the best way is the number.
313-304-7786.
And trust me, he is the real MVP. We need like an MVP, like
right,
sign or something.
MVP.
I think you did good today. I think you kept your emotions.
That means you expected more emotional out of me. More emotional night out of me.
I think you did a good job. I was expecting a little more screaming, maybe.
Yep.
Or
I've made my peace with God.
Okay.
I have.
Maybe if we would have caught you right after game one,
that would have been bad. This is just one of those series where you've turned me. I used to be very fanatical and ridiculous. You've turned me a little bit to where I have to realize my responsibility as a podcaster. Okay, it requires me to be honest in my opinion and not just be a homer.
Okay.
And so because of that, I had to make my peace with God before the series started.
Okay.
And I picked Golden State in 5. So because of that, you have the eye test is real. We have to judge that. There's a wonderful debate going on right now in our feed about LeBron over Jordan. I just wanted to let you know. So yes, thank you for acknowledging the fact that I was a little tamer than you expected.
Yeah. I was, and I take that praise with a grain of salt because I know you only do that because I throw your words back at you.
I have to stay control. I do. I have to be more aware of myself now because things do come back up. And so I will not rant after either a sweep or a game 5 unless something outrageous happens, like unless LeBron lays down, something ridiculous goes on. Mm-hmm. But I don't plan on having some emotional rant because this is a foregone conclusion to me. So there's no reason of expending any emotional energy to make that happen.
I feel like I'm going to get either 1 or 2 texts from you. It's either going to be, it is what it is, or the league has its ways.
After game 4?
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. One or the other, sir. One or the other.
I think it was on the tracker. I don't know.
Oh, so we don't have an outro is what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that means somebody can add the outro? Isn't that what they could do? They could just add the outro?
Yeah, he can just add it.
So, but again, just to reiterate and repeat, don't forget, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on all of our most recent previous shows are on YouTube, but you can also find us on SoundCloud and on iTunes at any time. So make sure you like us. Also look us up on Facebook and on social media as well. Facebook and Instagram, we are there as well. So click the like button, click the subscribe button. We will be there. I love the debate that's happening in the live feed right now. I do apologize for the banging microphone that's happening.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, my
So with that being said,
call it.
it's time to get out of here.
Ooh. Final score. Golden State 116. Cavs 100.
Final score, Cavs 111, Golden State 106. All right. Back to Golden State we go.
Till we meet again.
See you guys next week. Enjoy the finals one last time.
And then I'll text some feelings at it. My phone just died. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, wherever you are.
Like us. Yeah, man. I need a new phone.
Oh, and then